Let's chat Mercedes. They started Lewis Hamilton on the soft tyre, George Russell on the medium tyre, having locked out the second row of the grid, and they looked like they were a bit better than they were on Friday through qualifying. So they could have had a shot at a podium here this weekend, but they didn't. Did that strategy starting Lewis on the softs cost them that podium? Did they lose too much time early on?
I think most certainly it did. It's very interesting to refresh our memories and recollect what exactly happened here to Sir Lewis Hamilton at this scintillating night racing venue. So he secured a fighting third last year here, exactly the position from which he would begin to the 2024 challenge here at the Marina Bay. But what baffles me, for the lack of a better word, is the fact that the top five on the grid had at their disposal a newer set of hards as well as a newer set of mediums. It is only Sir Lewis Hamilton who was starting on a slightly used set of softs. So if you see what happened at the start, he went out on all-out attack mode on Max Verstappen, but it did not really yield a track position. So I think somewhere that came into a bit of a consideration from what the team really wanted him to do vis-a-vis what the kind of result that it got, which wasn't really beneficial on the whole. And then from that point on, I think when he pitted, I think which was around 16th or 17th lap. After that, it was essentially Hamilton's race was about tire management, something which he excels at. And then, I think in the end, he could just salvage a fighting sixth, preventing the not so smooth operator this time around from getting ahead of him. And that's about that. So I think it's a chance lost. But I would also think that at this point in time, Mercedes are completely inclined towards pushing George Russell, and I wouldn't even blame them completely because Hamilton is not having 110 races ahead with Mercedes. He's just on the final legs of his stellar Mercedes career at Silverstone. I mean, the Silver Arrows, I beg your pardon. So I think they're just putting all the hunches on George, who's clearly a very fast driver, but then no podiums today.
No, and talking of George Russell, he finished where he started in P4, just holding off Charles Leclerc's flying Ferrari as he pitted late and was charging on fresh tyres. I think it was such a gamble for Mercedes to put Lewis on those softs. It confused me
Correct.
because everyone knew that the soft tyre wasn't really good for multiple laps. They weren't getting 2 laps out of it in qualifying. So why on earth would you use it at the start of the race as well when you're heaviest? I mean, sticking it on for a late safety car, maybe that's a calculated risk, but starting on it, surely Verstappen would have come back past anyway, even if Lewis had got in front. But anyway, I mean, they're not really in the title hunt anymore. Well, they're not. They weren't ever in the Drivers' Championship, but they're probably not in the constructors' fight anymore after the summer break performances. So it's just about doing the best job possible, I think, for them.